This is the key to a man's stimulation. You can't tell someone to snap out of it. You know, even when you are in a bad mood, you can't tell yourself to snap out
Today,
of it.
I like to talk about how to make him obsessed with you. This is not about game playing or manipulation, but it's more about psychology and, on the most important note, from a man's point of view. In the beginning of my 8 years relationship, my partner and I used to fight a lot over the silliest thing. Many times, I was so close to call it quit. Now, even though he didn't want the relationship to end, it seems like he would fall right back to his old habit of the way he talked to me or how he triggers me. We keep going in the same pattern like that. But the more that I worked on myself and understand more about love and relationship, I knew it's not just about him. I am also a part of the contribution why we weren't working out, and I needed to improve and adjust myself of how I show up in the relationship. Things start to get so much better. In this video, I like to share with you something that I really genuinely wish that I knew sooner. This isn't a video about mind games or putting on sexy lingerie, changing your voice, although it helps as well. Can't deny it. This is about how to get him to be addicted to you while you are getting more addicted to yourself every single day in the process of making this happen and for the relationship. If things between you and him don't work out, follow these steps and it will boost your confidence level in the next relationship as well. They will always be obsessed with you. I promise you that. Hi, my name is Delilah. I am here to share my lesson and mistake so you don't have to make the same mistake that I did. Let's dive right in. Here are the chapters. First, also the most important thing, you need to have a core goal. What does that mean? It's similar to a purpose, a value, something that you live by, you're passionate about, your next leveling up step that you are pursuing above everything else. This is also including him. What if you don't have anything that you are interested in life? You need to find a passion, something that you want to get better at besides just him. Even if you are a stay-at-home wife with 2 kids, you need to find other purpose. There are so much that you need to know besides just your small little world that you are living in that only involve him and him. Waking up, where is he, how's his day? You make everything about him. You have no self-love. You have no plan for yourself. Whatever you are passionate about, side business, I don't care how small it is, you need to have something else that you are passionate about. Most importantly, you need to ensure that he sees it, that he knows what's going on. I know a woman who sacrificed her whole 20s, 30s for a guy that she been with for over 13 years, and she stopped going to school. She stayed home because he was the breadwinner and bring in the most money. Eventually, she find herself adjust with whatever he wants her to do, to the point that she doesn't want to be part of the wedding of somebody she doesn't like, but because that's his friend, she have no right to say no. He doesn't let her say no. That's what happened when you build yourself and your foundation around somebody else. You have no voice in yourself. And let's say even your partner is not controlling, where they don't make you do what you don't want to do. But eventually, they don't see the fire in you. There's nothing that is turning them on besides just a woman who's waiting for them to get home every day, who only know them. It might be fun in the beginning. Attention is good, but too much attention soon will turn to become boring, become dull, and it's not even because the guy is a narcissist or he's just taking you for granted. It is human nature that we need something to feel stimulated. We thrive of somebody's passion, of interesting subject to talk about. You can always join a class,
educate yourself, anything but to keep your head moving and keep yourself at the level of a woman that he would always find you so intriguing. There always more to get to know about you. Doesn't matter if it's 10 years, 20 years, 30 years in the relationship. There are still things about you that he likes to discover, and you always keeping him on his toe, not in a bad way, but in a way where he's wondering, what else does she have? I can't believe it's been a year and she's still shocking me about her progress and who she's becoming. Okay, I have questions like, what about I haven't done anything for years and this is just how I am, and I can feel like he's getting into the routine with me. It's never too late. Don't ever compare yourself to the woman next door, your friends who are doing million things and going out there every day. You are your special version. If you show him that you are elevating and looking to change and improving every day, and he can see it, it doesn't matter. It's never too late. But he needs to see that you are making the changes and sticking with your words. Number 2, your attention is your money and your currency. He could be the provider. He could be the one that bring home the bacon, the lobster, the sushi, but you're the one who decide how much time and attention you will be given to him. Learn to give attention at a time. Learn to pull it away. Shift your focus back on you, especially when they're not best with their behavior or they're not meeting your expectation. Men will test your button. They will see how much you are willing to let them push, to cooperate, to say yes at many requests that they throw out there, to sacrifice your need for them. This is why you should never be a yes woman. I've heard men tell me that they want a yes woman. No, they don't know what they want. Or maybe in the case that the man that I heard, he married to a woman who always get in his face and act on her ego, so he thinks that's what he wants. But if that's what he truly wants and he meet a woman like that, he will take her for granted. Nobody likes someone who doesn't communicate back, who doesn't have a voice of their own in the relationship. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to get in his face to make a point. This is to stand your ground and pick your battle. It's a dance. You have to know when to push and when to pull. Be open with your belief. Respect his opinion. That doesn't mean you always have to agree with him. To gain his love, gain his trust, you can always agree to disagree. Number 3 is you need to be delusional. And you need to have a level of self-confidence to the point that he believes in you being delusional yourself. Because you set out what you want to achieve and you work on it every day. Okay? You keep your words. You're not doing this to prove anything to him. This is for you. And when you are going to make it, it's going to build your self-confidence and the way he look at you. And even if you fail, you get up again, you continue trying. This is going to just build your character in him so much because you will be such a strong image. Believe it or not, men are supposed to be strong, but they have weakness too, vulnerable side too. A lot of time they are taught to not show these sides. So to see a woman who is being so strong and get up every time she fall, they will view you as an equal. You are no longer someone that stand behind them. For example, this is your current self. This is your future self. Like the name on my YouTube channel. You need to work your way to close this gap between you two. And it takes time. It takes a lot of effort and education, self-improvement, self-work. But as long as you are on the way to work to yourself toward your future self, they will always have that respect toward you. How do you build this type of confidence where you always get up on your feet again? You need to build your mental resilience. How you deal with stress, how you look at things in life and not always falling into the victim mindset. It's okay to have a bad day. It's okay to feel disappointed when things don't go your way. But the point is, how fast do you get back on your feet and bring yourself back to the level? Continue going. Watch this video for more. I used to feel really triggered when I expressed myself to other people
that I want to become a speaker and I want to improve my speaking skill, my English to get to where I want. And people always tell me, but you are a talented chef and you are really good with beauty business. Just stay with what make you money. Your mom owns a nail shop. For God's sake, you know how much money people make doing nail? I understand all of that. But the minute when they tell me that, I would get so defensive. But it's never about what they say, because they are looking at me through their lens and they really want the best for me. But for me, I feel like, are they saying that to me because I'm not good enough, because I'm not able to express myself? Are they really looking down on me? But the minute that I start putting all the work into myself, take my time, get into monk mode, drop everything, the party life, all the seduction, good food, and the fancy life that I had before, to purely focus on living such a simple life and building my discipline, learning how to close the gap between me and the future self. Nothing else ever matters. People can tell me a million things right now and I don't even feel the need to explain myself. Like, hey, no, this is what I want. This is my purpose. I just smile and I said, thanks for your opinion. I just know what I want and I would do what it takes to get to where I want. So you will stop feeling triggers because you don't feel the need to prove yourself to other people anymore. My point is, if you know yourself and you are working on your purpose, doing all the behind the scene work when nobody is seeing, you are improving on your own. You're not doing it to post up a status on social media, hey, look what I'm doing. It's really for you. There's nothing else can shake you. A steady tree, when the root is growing so deep and grabbing on to the bottom of Mother Earth, there's no wind, no storm can pull you off from your root and from where you want to grow to. Number 4 is practice Stoicism. When he is in the bad mood, walk away and don't let him ruin your day. Now, don't get me wrong. There are times that you will listen, you will be there, but there is only so much you can do. Especially, we are responsible for how we are feeling. It's not your responsible to fix him, to get him out of the bad mood if he doesn't want to get out by himself. Some people just need time, just need space, moment to process themselves. And if you keep being there, you keep trying to shake the anger out of them, you would end up getting yourself involved into his emotion or his bad mood. What is the point? You can't tell someone to snap out of it. You know, even when you are in a bad mood, you can't tell yourself to snap out of it. A smart woman will learn when to detach herself so she doesn't let her emotion being shaken by other people's. Don't get sucked into a situation. Instead, learn when to detach yourself and turn that focus back to your self-love. Continue focusing on you. They say men are less emotional, but I have to disagree with this. They just show their emotional moment differently. Could come out as anger, irritation, yapping, nagging. Anyway, it's not your business. We all have the right to feel our emotion and get mad, but you are not responsible for somebody else's bad day. I wish I knew this sooner. During my mid-20s, I was with a man. He's always cranky when he's cleaning up. So my job is to cook and to do other things in the house, and he is the one who usually do the cleaning. 9 out of 10 times, if he's cleaning, he's irritating and he's bitching. He's nagging. I supposed to get out of the house and just do my thing, go online shopping or something, shut myself in a room. Instead, I would just be there and get so involved into his emotion. Why are you nagging? Why are you complaining? You have a house to clean. Why are you so ungrateful? Do you want me to do this instead? And he just looked at me. He's like, why can't I be angry? I'm cleaning. It's not clean. You know, like it's not a type of job that I'm supposed to smile and just mopping the floor. Like, why can't you just let me be me? And I would just get in argument with him every single time. For what? Now I think back, it's so stupid. I should appreciate that I have a man who take over the cleaning job for me so I don't have to do it. Why am I trying to control his emotion so that he can keep a fake smile on while vacuuming and cleaning the toilet? Who is the one that being unreasonable now?
Now, it takes a lot for me to admit it. I can still trying to get into my ego and say that he's the one with the problem. He's so negative, but why do I let it affect me? It's not like he asked me to sit there and deal with his emotion. He said, go somewhere else, just leave me alone. But I couldn't even do it. And I don't want you to fall into that step that I did. So detach and remove yourself from the situation. Be a smart girl. And how do you detach? It's meditation practice. And I'm not talking about sitting in one place and just take deep breath in. There are so many ways you can meditate. You literally can meditate while you're driving. You can meditate while you're cooking. You can meditate while you're cleaning instead of being cranky, but I'm not going to judge. You can meditate while you're doing anything. It's a mindful practice, and learn to detach and withdraw yourself. If you like to hear more about this, leave in the comment and I'll make a video about that. Number 5 is distance makes the hearts grow fonder. I like to compare this to eating the best meal of your life, but every single day. Every single day, you go to a 3 Michelin star and you eat the same good meal every day. How much do you think eventually you will lose appreciation for it? Believe me, you will say, no, I won't. If I really get to live that life, I would not. But you will, because it's human nature. When you receive something so much all the time, just like compliment, just like praise, just like good food, opportunity, you will somehow taken it for granted. This is why I need you to leave space for them to miss you. Even if you're living in the same house, you find different activity to do. You don't stick together 24/7. And people who say, well, this is always how it worked for us, are people who are still in the honeymoon state, or 2 people with the anxious attachment style. Okay, they found each other, happy for them. But a lot of time, anxious attachment people attract to emotional unavailable. That's what we see most of the time. Imagine if they always there for you 24/7, one text away, one phone call away, one hey away, and they're right here in front of your face. It's hard for you to still have that fire, that passion in you every time you see them. Have time for yourself, have time for your passion and for your hobby to really recharge yourself. So when you are together and combined, you'll be strong soul together. No one is sucking the life out of the other person. Don't always respond on the spot within 3 seconds. Don't time yourself when to reply him. Is it an hour yet? Is it 2 hours yet? Let me just play this game. No, that's not what I mean. If you are a person who focus on yourself, have your goal, hobby, and habits, you're not going to be next to your phone 24/7. And if you are working on your self-improvement journey, you understand how much the phone can take away from you. Yes, it gives you a lot too, but it takes away a lot. By understanding that, you need to know when to detach yourself. In that way, you're not always next to the phone. That leads us to the next one. You want them, but you don't need them. This is the key to a man's stimulation. Do not ever beg someone to see your value. This is why you must constantly work on yourself. Put yourself first. Don't wait until you can feel like he's detaching and he's getting bored and there are distance between you guys. You can feel like he's withdrawing before you start making promises and say, hey, I'm going to work on myself now. I'm going to change myself now. You should do it always for you, at any time for you. Why is that? When you work on yourself, you have a confidence that there are always other options out there for you. This doesn't mean that you should jump from partner to partner, but it's let them know that you are not worried about losing them. If they are not treating you right, if they are not seeing your value for who you are, you got no problem. Remove yourself and move on, because there are always other options for somebody who always thrive to work on themselves and be better. When you show them that you choose to be with them because you want to, not because you need to, this is 100% turn on for a man, because they know that they are wanted, not needed. In this way, the ball is always in your own court. You don't want to be desperate, which is the opposite of making him obsessed with you. Number 7 is allowing him to be the man. Please, lady, I'm tired of hearing women trying to take control, trying to lead, trying to be the masculine in the relationship by taking care of the man financially, by demanding all the time. You need to be a lady. The things that you're supposed to expect are not to have him be your little bitch. No man would like that. And the men who enjoy that, I don't know, they are not healed themselves. A man in his healthy masculine energy would want to open your door. I don't expect it to happen all the time, but at least when I'm dressing decent and nice, you better be opening my door. Let me walk from the inside of the street, not letting me walk from the outside part of the street. You know why, right? Because in case a car drive by, he have to protect you. You have to be something that he's protecting. You're not protecting him. Ask him to do things for you. Be appreciated. Return favor for him. Take care of him. But here's the thing, that it's going to be very different than what other people have been giving you advice. Praise him, compliment him, but not too much. Don't do it to the point that you remind him of his mom. Now, I'm not speaking for every single man out here. If you always compliment your man, and the more compliment you tell him, the more praise you give him, the more you get what you want, then yeah, go ahead, do what worked for you. But for me, and from what I've learned, I compliment just enough. I compliment whenever I feel like he's doing something that he needs to be acknowledged of. Because when you compliment way too much, it's a little bit overwhelmed, and they will feel like, I didn't even do that much yet, and you already constantly giving me praise. So he will become lazier. That's from my perspective. Doesn't mean I'm being strict or I'm holding back, but I will compliment when it's necessary. But I always say thank you, and I always show my appreciation in a different way. Most important thing, do not nag. I used to nag all the time, and when you nag, it just they don't hear you. It go one ear, go out the other. I used to yell. I used to throw stuff across the room. None of that really helped. Nobody wants to be treated like that. When you're yelling, they're not really hearing you. And you just make yourself even more angry and turn yourself into having panic attack and anger. And you ended harming yourself more than anything, harming the relationship. It's just unhealthy and toxic. So do not yell. Communicate. Be soft but firm. That's the key. And be very direct. Don't hold back. Don't have resentment. Filter your words, because once you speak out, you can't take it back. And of course, if the man doesn't listen, most of the time when you already doing all your best and be communicative and try your best, then that's his part that he needs to work on. He's probably a wounded masculine, and you can only do so much. This is when you shift your focus on you, and you would expect therapy or counseling if he really want the relationship to work. So be soft, firm, direct. When you don't nag, once in a while, if you communicate something and you make it very firm, and you look at them directly in the eye and you tell them this is what I want, and then you detach yourself if they don't listen, or if they are getting back at you, screaming, being defensive. That is how you get what you want. Not by screaming back or trying to get in his face, because you can never win a man when it comes to getting aggressive. They are made to be like that. I don't care if you seen like these women screaming at their husband across the room and get what they want. It's just too tiring for me. I've been there, I've done that, all of that. No, I've never do that again. This is not worth my energy. The last but not least, don't be boring, please. Show different authenticity side of you. Don't say that I am being authentic. This is who I am. I'm just laid back. I don't need to do anything else. Why do I have to try so hard? This is who I am. Take it or leave it. Stop that. Okay? Be a person with different color, different shade to you. Like 50 Shades of Grey. 50 Shades of you. Don't just be one direction, one face, one side fit all. Okay? That is boring. Be a bad girl at time. Be a good girl at time. Be funny girl at time. Be adventurous at time. Switch it up. You don't even like him to be the same all the time, just one side, one face, one way of communication. It'll be boring to you, so do the same thing for him. And the more you work on yourself, healing journey, you will always evolving and you will always be changing. Therefore, it's already interesting enough. So if you don't know how, just keep focusing on working on yourself. That is how you will start to show different side of you and you will keep the spark going. My partner tell me that I am a new person every 2 to 3 months. Good luck to him if he ever wants to get bored of me. You can do it all. You can make him obsessed with you and never want to use his mind to think about another person or lose interest with you because you are full of color. You are a garden that today you are rose, tomorrow you are lily, and the next day you are lotus. You are unpredictable and you are what he would be thinking of when you are not around, when he's not hearing your voice, when he's not receiving a text message from you. You can do that, and if you want part 2, leave in the comment section. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you find value, please don't forget to support my channel so your homegirl have the motivation to create more video for your needs. I love to know what you think. Share to those in need. Hit that like button and smash that subscribe button. I will see you in the next video. Sending you so much love and encouragement. Know that you are unique and there's only one of you and he will be obsessed with you. Love you. See you in the next video. Bye bye.